This is the last episode.
I'm moving fader. I'm an engineer.
You're moving goalposts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Twitter's gonna actually officially have a dark mode soon
It has a dark mode. I'm using it.
on the real app?
I'm using it.
Really?
What do you mean it's going to have a dark mode?
No, not real. I mean a battery saving they claim, which I don't know what the fuck that means.
An OLED act like
actual for people for what dark mode is used for a lot of people to say battery.
a black mode.
It'll actually work like it's supposed to. Instead of just making it
Instead of making it blue.
instead of making your eyes explode or not.
Dude, I see too many people that don't use night mode on Twitter, and
There are people who use light mode on Discord like animals.
Yeah, people who use light mode on anything can go fuck themselves. They can straight up go die in a hole.
Because they're killing
Straight up.
themselves. Not even that's actual facts. They're killing their eyes way faster than we are.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
We're all killing our eyes 10 years faster than they should be because we live in the digital age.
Mm-hmm.
But use dark mode, man. Turn on your brightness. Something.
Yeah, it's real dumb. People, every time, because I have a lot of friends that got Switches recently, and so I've had to.
Oh, wait, I forgot how bright not dark mode is. On the Switch.
I have to.
I saw it and I got mad.
I have to give them all dark mode. What the hell is happening to this preamp? I see garbage happening. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Talk.
It's mad because you're talking about white people again. So what's up with your Switch bullshit?
Oh no, I was saying like I have a lot of friends who've gotten Switches recently, and I have to all of them make sure that they're not on light mode because fuck. Because it's not like an obvious thing that like, oh yeah, I can change this. And it's not like the settings.
Most people won't like look for it.
Well, yeah, because the settings on the Switch are dumb and
A lot
really
of things about the UI are dumb.
terribly laid out. Yeah, I have the UI in
At least they
Switches.
make it a good noise.
At least the game are good. I enjoy all of the games, every single game. There's not one bad game on the Switch.
What about Crayola Scoot?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's literally the title. It's Crayola made a scooter game.
Cool.
Wait, have you not really seen this before?
No.
Crayola made a scooter game where you do scooter tricks, and it's like Splatoon where you scatter paint everywhere.
This doesn't sound like a bad game.
It's better than it should be, but it's still not a good video game.
This sounds like a quality.
Okay, you want to know
game.
how it's a good video game?
Mm-hmm.
You can dab in it.
Oh hell yeah, I'm down.
You spin the fucking what's the turning bar on the scooter called?
Is
Is there a name for that apparatus on a scooter?
I don't know. The
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, the T-pose bar.
Yeah, the T-pose bar, the scarecrow bar.
Yeah.
You can spin that and then dab.
That's cool.
So whatever mileage you get out of that, that's the game for you.
I'm down. Hey guys, this is okay. So this is hey guys. So this is. Hey, my mouse died the other day, and I'm very upset about it. So
Sorry for your loss. Did you feed it to a snake afterwards?
Yeah, I use a trackball, and I beat my mouse with it.
Wait, did your trackball die or did your wireless mouse die?
My wireless mouse died. My Logitech gaming mouse G602 specifically.
For real gamers only.
It's #gamers. And so what happened was I went to go play Black Operations 4. And I was using the mouse like normal, and then it stopped working, and then it never turned on again for some reason, and I don't know why.
That's grim. The way you tried was like, I went to bed and I woke up. My grandpa didn't wake up anymore. That's the way, like that's how Shaw describes death.
That's pretty much what happened.
You know how I learned about death?
You died.
No, I learned about it from the hit cartoon show Rugrats.
Oh, yeah.
Where there was an episode with the roly polies.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Facts.
what does dying mean? It's when you go to sleep and don't wake up anymore. And I'm like, that's what death is, and it changed my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I went, oh shit, I know what death is. I'm like 4 years old.
Yeah.
It
I learned about death
from Abe's Odyssey.
From Abe's Odyssey.
I wouldn't be surprised because you played it so young.
Yeah, I did. I played it way too young. I shouldn't have played that game as a child.
I don't know why I've been wanting to play those two old games.
What are some games that you played as a kid or things that you watched as a kid that you know you shouldn't have, but you did it anyways?
The Chucky movies.
Okay.
I saw those. That's not my fault. That was my shithead family.
Okay.
Putting on whatever in front of kids.
Yeah.
They're shitheads.
Well,
whatever.
When you're that young,
I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't escape because I was a 5-year-old.
When you're that young, it's never your fault for you know what I mean? Like when you're like 4 and you're playing a game or watching something that you shouldn't watch, it's not your fault.
I played like GTA Vice City when I was 6.
Same.
But the blood looks stupid and cartoony, so I didn't care.
Yeah, as a kid, I played the...
The only thing I thought was too violent for me as a kid for some reason was like the katana in that game.
Yes.
I don't know why. In my brain, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be looking at this.
Yeah, same.
I could just feel that in my heart.
I played those games at my cousin's house, and anytime that my mom walked in, I'd get in a car and drive around and say, "This is Gran Turismo." And then I'd show her the cover real quick, and this is Gran, and then I just like
I still can't believe
it
my
over before she sees the whole
friend
thing.
from down the street when I was a kid had that shitty. You remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yes.
My friend had that shitty wrestling game for that fucking TV show,
Oh,
and
cool.
we played it. I was like, this is not for me, and also this game sucks. So this is a waste of my time. I had to have like 2 hours like watching them play.
Yeah, everything about it is bad.
And I watched footage of it being played recently. It is aged so much worse that I want a copy.
I'm sorry.
It is. I need to own that game. It is so terrible.
So sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing.
Sorry to all the Celebrity Deathmatch fans
No,
out
I was
there.
about to say sorry. We're late on the podcast. Like we're recording later than I wanted to, but that has nothing to do with the people listening because it really has to do with me. I'm gonna get a call in about 30 minutes or so, and
Say It Ain't So by Weezer.
So
I'm only wearing a one earphone, and I heard that in my one ear.
yeah. Oh man.
What's your favorite Weezer song?
Shit.
Song
Dude.
2.
No, probably. Isn't there a dancer song? Are we human or are we dancers? Is that a Weezer song?
Isn't that a Killer song?
Is that a Killer song?
That's the Killers, you fake white person.
I get those two bands mixed up all the time.
I wish the Killers was a band that I liked.
I've
really outgrown them. I don't like them anymore, and it's a bummer.
I don't care.
I liked one of their albums. I'm like, this is pretty cool.
Remember when?
Remember Miss Murder?
Oh, dude, I remember AFI.
Fucking AFI sucks.
I used to listen to AFI all the fucking time. That was my middle school days. It was so much AFI.
I used to like fucking Guns N' Roses, and then I became old.
I used to like
And I
Bullet
went,
for my
no.
Valentine. I still have a respect for that band. I don't know why.
Do you respect Black Veil Brides?
I don't, but
I
I
was
did
talking
listen
about-
to them.
I was talking about all kinds of metal with someone, and then we brought up Black Veil Brides, and I was like, how'd you do that to me? Why you gotta bring up those bad memories of all those people who still love Black Veil Brides? It gave me shit that I didn't.
Panic at the Disco.
I never liked them, but their lead singer's talented.
I always listened when I was what? What did I
Like, I would listen to my father, Panic at the Disco. First name Panic at, last name The Disco.
I like how I just confused myself. That was a very honest reaction to what I said.
You're like, huh? Like your reality fell apart
Yeah.
for a minute. You're like, wait a minute.
That's not what I meant.
That was a band?
I've always listened to that. What? No, I listened to them in middle school a lot.
What was your favorite Panic at the Disco album?
Um,
What's the one where it went, ah? The one where it went, ooh.
Black Parade, probably. That's not even jokes. That's just a fact answer.
I wish I could sing as well as he could, honestly. Like,
Same.
She just has pure raw singing talent. I think it's wasted on that band.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He should have gone solo like before his career started.
Yeah, he
And
should've-
done, I don't know whatever genre he wanted to do. That wasn't.
Pop punk,
Well,
but like
Panic at the Disco stopped being pop punk after like the first album. They became their own thing.
yeah. Well, they became.
They became 21 pounds but talented.
I think I don't know if I talked about this in the podcast or commenting on a Facebook post because
And your life's a blur. There was that hooker you killed, that
Yeah.
Facebook post you commented on.
yeah, it's all the same.
Those 3 cheeseburgers you should have eaten.
Oh man, yeah.
AFI.
Just AFI as a concept.
Yeah.
No, it was Black Veil Bride, or no, what was it? Panic at the Disco is what happens when you mix Queen and Marilyn Manson, and you get the worst of both.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah,
But
that's kind of what that is.
But Queen never got bad. They just stopped existing.
No, there was some not great stuff.
But it's not. I wouldn't call it bad.
You're right. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize
'Cause
one of the greatest,
we talk about
literally some of the greatest musicians of all time.
But you know what I mean? It's like there's a difference between like bad and just I don't like it.
yeah. I know what you mean.
But
I don't disagree.
Marilyn
with-
Manson has and
Oh.
unfortunately continue to
yes,
made bad
dude.
music.
I can't believe there's still like Marilyn Manson as like a concept.
Every couple
or-
years I check and I'm like, yep, still not
still
good.
around, still around.
And he's still trying to be, yep, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll
I'll never let him live down that rap video he made. You know what I'm talking about?
no.
You know what I'm talking about? He
I
made
don't.
a rap video. He fucking came out in a black limo. Yeah, I'd show you that shit afterwards.
All right, cool.
He did a hip hop video,
fuck,
and then
dude.
it fucking rules. It's the worst thing ever. I love
yeah.
it.
Was it with Soulja Boy? Because that would have made it.
No, that was before Soulja Boy. Pre Soulja Boy.
Oh,
Soulja Boy
wow.
was probably busy being conceived at the time. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
He was probably busy Superman on them hoes.
Didn't he try to sue someone for not including that dance?
Probably. He's trying to beef with rappers.
He's trying to
before
beef
he goes
with
to,
he's
before he
trying to
goes
beef
to fucking prison
He's trying to beef with
for
everyone.
fraud and copyright infringement.
I forgot I have a friend
Who likes Soulja Boy?
who got in the beef with Soulja Boy.
To be fair, everyone's been beef with Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
because
she's I've talked about her before on the podcast, like early days of the podcast, kind of. She was my first friend at LA Film School.
I wish you stopped. I wish you just stopped and it got really quiet.
She was my first.
And then you're.
Oh, that would have been great.
That's where I'm like, where's this going?
Oh my god!
I got really scared. I was like, oh no. My first friend.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for a pause. I was like,
yeah.
Where are we going? It's like, oh no, I can't deal with this.
That's really funny.
It's not. That's why it's funny.
Yeah. Because I imagine
life's comedy.
Yeah, because I imagine exactly what that would have been.
That's real. That's too real. That's too real.
I wish I said that. No,
I wish I was that sad and pathetic
I wish
for the joke.
I wish my life was that sad only for that joke. I wish I made a series of bad decisions in my life that really ruined who I am as a person just for this joke.
This podcast wouldn't exist. You'd be dead.
Probably. From cocaine overdoses.
You wouldn't do cocaine.
Yeah, probably not.
You take an Adderall and then drink like a
Rockstar
Rockstar and go, oh my heart.
I've had this tiny can of Rockstar next to on my desk for months. Like
does Rockstar
6
go bad?
Months.
That's like asking if like gasoline goes bad.
Yeah,
that's not a fair question.
Yeah, probably.
Does oil go bad? It's like no, it exists to fuel machines, which we now are.
We are, but yeah.
But are we human or are we dancers?
My favorite Marilyn Manson song.
My favorite Nietzsche quote.
Favorite quote by Nietzsche.
Are we human or are we dancers?
Oh my god. No, that is an old man bad Jung quote. Are we human or are we dancers?
That was when he was like busy playing shuffleboard on the cruise ships.
I mean, the real answer is that's too busy when he was dying.
Did shuffleboard exist when Carl Jung was dying?
Probably. He was.
Then that's how he was living his life. To me, in my brain, my headcanon for this real human being.
I mean, he was really bedridden and had to have his.
You can be bedridden and also go on a cruise. Don't be a bigot.
He had his students write his books. Anyways.
Ride his books.
Ride
like a vehicle of some sort.
No,
like a Wienermobile.
This human. We were.
Yeah, Soulja Boy.
Yeah. She's like one of those pretty people that has a lot of followers on Instagram for no reason other than she's kind of pretty.
That's a lot of Instagram and Twitter.
But the reason why she got big was from a meme video.
A meme
video about Cubans, and two, it was her beating Cubans. I'm kidding.
That's a meme.
Yeah.
That is a meme, actually.
Is it?
In the actual term.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Sure.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. And then also, apparently,
we live in a society.
We live in a society. What is that from?
Some fucking dummy who says words, and then we just took it.
Yeah, Jordan
and then people took it to be like, put it on like the Joker and put it on like meme text on the Joker.
It's a Slovav Zizek quote. We live in a society. By the way, Slovav Zizek is going to be debating Jordan Peterson soon. I'm very fucking hyped about it. It's Ultimate Chad versus Ultimate Virgin.
That sounds like the most fake Russian name you've ever said in your entire life. Might as well said like the fucking Punch-Out guy, the Vodka Drunkinsky, his original name. Fun fact for Punch-Out, the Russian character named Soda Popinski, his original name is going to be Vodka Drunkinsky. But they went, that's a little chew on the nose, and it's also for kids. They changed it to Soda Popinski.
I'm going to do one of my patented...
Fun facts.
I'm going to do one of my patented end the story before I finish. So let's talk about something else.
Oh, what the fuck is up with the Soulja Boy thing? Went on 7 tangents, finished this one tangent.
I don't know. Actually,
how was the beef started? Was it just Soulja Boy, your dick is small? And he went, no, and then I played Braid.
No, I think he just tweeted at him, and then that was pretty much it. Like, he tweeted like a diss, and then he tweeted diss, and then he got a lot of followers.
If you want to laugh about Soulja Boy shit, I was reminded last night about one of the best videos on YouTube to ever exist. It is Soulja Boy and his friends high as shit playing the video game Braid on the Xbox 360, and it's going, whoa, for 3 minutes. If you want to laugh, please find that video. It is one of my favorite things of all time.
Cool.
It is opening, goes, hey man, we got this game out here. For people who like to smoke a lot, don't check this shit out. Yo, he's going back into, whoa, it's a fucking whole room of idiots.
Question.
Freaking out to Braid.
If Soulja Boy went on Joe Rogan's podcast, would you watch that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because he's Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
He's a fucking nut.
Yeah, he is.
I'm a nut.
All right, guys, let's talk about things. So I
nutted.
I watched some stuff.
The Fall of the Roman Empire. The Rise of Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, I watched a movie. I watched a movie called Glass.
Should have been called Glass Ceiling.
Hell yeah, dude! Because there's like a woman in it, and she's a woman. Or whatever.
Is there a woman in it?
Yeah, there's a couple women's in there.
Women's.
There's a couple women's.
Okay, what the fuck is this movie?
All right, so It's
Explain to human beings who don't know what movies are what this movie is.
So movies are no. All right. So
Our picture's moving very fast at a very high
very
speed.
fast, way too fast. It hurts.
My eyes. I
like the idea of someone describing movies
moving too fast. They hurt. You know what? That's me when I talk about Transformers movies. They move too fast and legitimately hurt my eyes.
No, imagine like a hard ass skeptic.
I'm like a time traveler.
Yeah, but no, imagine a hard ass
like
skeptic.
John Marston Red Dead shows up.
Imagine a hard ass skeptic who watched the movie for the first time back in like when movies were starting to exist.
When they were called like moving pictures at the time, like when they were called film.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what is this? It's when pictures move really fast, it hurts. That's the description.
That's the scientific discussion.
That's the canonical description
vocabulary
of
we
movies.
solve in the modern day. Things haven't changed.
Thank you, Nikola Tesla, for fucking Einstein and having. I don't know where I was.
Is that what happens in Glass?
I don't know.
You need to see this movie. It's the deep threat of our generation.
All right, so M. Night Shyamalan, Brown Man, he made a movie called.
Is that his whole name? Shit. Sorry, I'm not M. Brown Man.
No, actually, what is M? I don't care. What does M stand for?
Eminem.
Cool.
I couldn't even say that seriously.
Machinima Night Shyamalan. He
Unlike that company, he's still around. He didn't disappear.
I don't remember what year. It was either 1999 or not that year. He made the movie Unbreakable with.
But he broke box office records with it.
With what's his name?
Jason Statham.
Not Jason Statham.
John Hughes.
Yes, John Hughes.
Eddie Burback.
Penny Marshall. John Hughes, directed by Penny Marshall. Rip.
Mr. Magoo's Wonder Emporium.
Mr. Magoo's Tim Allen.
Barry Allen.
Oh God. Does
Tim Allen have a son named Barry?
Dude, what is his name? Hold on. I'm gonna type in the. I'm gonna.
Do you mean Mr. You mean Mr. Die Hard? Is he the one in Unbreakable?
I'm gonna type in Unbreakable. Here it is. IMDb. It came out in the year 2000. It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It has the feature song Visions. I didn't know that was a Google thing. So when you Google a movie, apparently there's on the right side it has like what the name of the movie is, a bunch of IMDb score, Rotten Tomatoes score, and then underneath it says like a bunch of stats and like or like facts about what the movie is, like release date, director, film series, box office, and for some reason the underneath it says featured song and then it says Visions.
It might be like a promotional song. Tell me what all that means.
I click it and it just simply Googles the word Visions. Jesus Christ. It's what's his name? Fuck, dude, I can't.
Go to the IMDb, you fucking hack fraud.
I'm trying. I'm doing it terribly. Bruce Willis.
So yeah, Mr. Die Hard, I was right.
Yeah. So Bruce Willis plays a strong man with big skin. And it's pretty much an origin story for a superhero movie that doesn't exist. So like imagine a 2-hour movie of just origin story. It's very interesting. It's
so X-Men First Class.
No, because stuff happens in that movie.
No, things happen in First Class. They kill Nazis.
No,
with Magnum
exactly.
powers.
That's what I'm saying. Stuff happens in that movie.
Oh, the opposite. Nothing happens in Unbreakable.
Yeah, nothing really happens in Unbreakable, but it's good. Like it's very interesting cinematography. It's back when the night was good, and so it's very interesting. It's slow. It's not necessarily a fun time, but it's good. I like that movie a lot. And
did you see that recently, or just you've seen it before?
I saw it after I saw Split that year, I think.
Oh, because you did what a lot of people did and went back.
Yeah.
Because I saw Split and I was like, this movie's all right. It surprised me. It was okay.
Yeah, I recommend.
But I didn't when I understood what the twist was because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Because like, what? Who are you?
Yeah.
Why are you? I thought you're from that other M. Night movie. I was very confused.
So that's the thing. Unbreakable wasn't meant to have spin-offs or sequels at all.
Yeah, way back in the day, I would imagine he wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff.
No, but then superhero movies started existing, and so
and studios allowed this idea to exist, but I don't think is a bad idea in principle, like connecting movies.
No,
not the worst idea.
And so
things are not comics.
So yeah, Unbreakable was good. Split was amazing.
Should we explain what the ending of Split is to give? To make Glass make sense.
Spoiler for the end of Split.
For an actual good movie. So if you don't want to know it, even though it doesn't make
at this point, it's the spoiler.
It might be known, but still people didn't like. Some people don't know like the twist to his other movie.
What is the twist?
Yeah.
The spoiler, the twist of Split is that it's in the same universe as Unbreakable. Like that. Yeah. That was
That's the main twist.
That was the main twist.
Which, if you're someone like me and didn't see Unbreakable, it kind of falls a little flat.
Yeah, same.
But luckily, the movie is still good enough that it doesn't matter.
No.
Unlike his last movie with the fucking old people and the kids.
I didn't watch it.
The movie sucks.
I didn't watch it.
I gave it a chance.
And
That
so
Switch is horrible.
So Split was good. It's about a guy with multiple personalities, and
But they're not going for realism, they're going for absurdity, which makes it really interesting.
it's very interesting. And also the actor.
It makes it non-offensive to mentally ill people. They go, no, we're gonna go weird and wacky with it.
Well, I actually have to look up the actor's name because he's so
The
good.
character actor for it?
It's so worth saying.
Yeah, he's great. It's for him alone.
James McAvoy. McAvoy
He's the only reason the movie
is
is like
amazing.
that is actually like worth everyone's time.
Absolutely. I mean, the movie itself is good. Like I liked
But
the
it's but
story
he makes
of
it
it.
good enough where I say anyone who likes movies can watch it because he's so good in it.
Yes.
Like
yes,
it's a general recommend because of him.
Yeah, I agree. And then so Glass was supposed to be the coming together of those two movies.
So it's a
into one.
sequel to those two, or just in the same universe?
It's a sequel to those two. So
Okay.
so Glass, Mr. Glass, is Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, that's like the name of the character?
Yeah, he was the villain in Unbreakable. Or villain, whatever. He was the
Antagonist
of Unbreakable. And oh god, I don't know how much to say without spoiling.
Yeah, try to
Unbreakable.
dance. I've heard people say it's hard to talk about the movie without spoiling it.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about without spoiling all of it because he. Oh god.
Is this the beginning of the movie? What you're going to talk about with?
No, it's the plot of the movie. Because the plot. Oh no, the plot of the movie spoils the ending of Unbreakable, and so I don't know if I could say that or not.
Well,
the movie came out 19 years ago, so I don't even know if it's.
We already talked about. Well, let's just explain it in case people don't want to watch that movie, just for context.
So, this will spoil it for you, my friend.
That's fine. And I'm not movie twists aren't a thing that I care about.
Okay,
It's just the movie's
spoiler
good.
for Unbreakable. So what happens is in Unbreakable is
Are we the baddies?
No, it's that
Good.
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Worldwide.
He's obsessed with comic books, right? As a kid, Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson, he was born with
Glass bones and paper skin.
Yes. Well, not paper skin, just like glass bones, pretty much.
Okay, wait. Did that before the SpongeBob joke or after?
It's the year 2000, so probably around.
Because you know
that
the one I'm
time.
talking about, right?
I do.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
Yeah. That might be. Actually,
Is it a reference to the movie or is it the other way around?
You know what? I think it's a reference to the movie.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It makes way less sense the other way around.
Yeah.
But I wish it was.
Imagine Shyamalan loves SpongeBob.
He likes a lot of things, so I'm like, what? Maybe, but
Yeah.
that's too funny to
So
be true.
the whole time in the movie, you can't really tell if
What's real,
Samuel
what's
Jackson. Well, if Samuel L. Jackson's character is a good guy or a bad guy, he's obsessed with comic books, and so he's trying to convince Bruce Willis in the entire movie that he's a superhero.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, and so that's the whole thing. Because his mom since he was always breaking, his mom used to give him comic books as a kid, and that's because he couldn't go outside, so he stayed.
It
inside
sounds
with
like
comic books.
he liked the idea of the Superman story, but didn't want to finish. Like the whole oh, Kent is like, you're not special, you're just our son. Like it's that, but the whole movie.
Yes,
We're trying to make him avoid. That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's the
kinda
whole
cool.
movie is trying to convince Bruce Willis that he's a superhero.
Yeah.
And then because the plot of Unbreakable is Bruce Willis is on a train, the train derails, and he's the only survivor. And that's when he finds out that he's never been sick. He realizes that he's never been sick in his life. He's never had injuries in his life. Somehow this 35 to 40-year-old man has never realized that he's never had an injury or been sick before. But whatever, that's besides the point.
He read comics, made his brain bad.
Yeah.
We could explain it that way.
And so Bruce Willis eventually realizes that, yep, I'm a strong boy. And
Big skin.
with big skin. And so because Glass's whole thing is he's like genius intelligence, like very, very high IQ, like 200 IQ or something, like absolutely insane intelligence. And
That's
so
like madness intelligence.
So the M. Night Shyamalan twist of Unbreakable is that what Mr. Glass has been doing is causing a bunch of disasters. Like he caused that train derailment. He made a building fall and killed a lot of people. He's been trying to create a bunch of scenarios to where one day the headline would be a bunch of people die, lone survivor. He was trying to create a superhero, pretty much.
He made the first battle royale.
He did.
It also kind of reminds me of Cabin in the Woods a little bit. The main plot of Cabin in the Woods where it's like they're making scenarios up from horror movies.
Never. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Kind of reminds me of that of like we're making these things happen to that kind of like it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So that was the twist. So
then bring it to Glass. What is it now?
Okay,
He's main character.
Yeah, so the
somebody saw the trailer, brought a bunch of people together.
So what happens is in the movie Glass, there's a like therapist group, I guess.
That's what they have in the trailer. That's what I saw.
Yeah, like a therapist group, society thing, company, government thing. Vague government corporation type thing.
Generic government secret secret organization.
It's not that, but that's kind of how it's presented. It's definitely deeper than that, I promise. But that's how it's presented. And they capture all three of them because this therapist apparently specializes in people who have a delusion that they're superheroes. And so the whole movie of Glass is trying to convince them that they're not actually superheroes. And fuck, dude, it does a very good job sometimes of making you think of like, wait, did everything I see in those other movies, was that actually real or not?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does a very good job of just like,
is it because
what's
in
real or
Unbreakable
not?
are the scenarios not that absurd?
It's not that absurd. He lists a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Like an example of like proof of it in Unbreakable, what would it be for Bruce Willis? Like, what things happen to him besides like not getting sick and the train thing? Like, what else has happened in that first movie?
What do you mean?
Because you said like the scenarios that you would doubt aren't that absurd. What are those scenarios then?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's not like
that are shown in the other movie. Because I could see it with the guy from Split that you could like go like, how much of this was real?
Yeah,
because it was a lot of it.
Same thing with the Unbreakable stuff. Really, the whole time I was watching Glass, the only thing that I thought of was like, well, I don't know how much real this could be because the doctor at the beginning of the movie Unbreakable says that like, how did you survive? Like, you have no injuries. But then again, you think about all the scenarios that actually happen when you watch Unbreakable, and it's like, oh, he lifts stuff, he bends pipes. It's like, I've seen strong people do that before. Like, you know, it's
and freak accidents in a good way, in like their favor can occur.
Yeah. Like there could be a lone survivor in a train. Like anyway. So that's the plot of the movie. There's more. And that's pretty much as far as I can go without spoiling Glass.
Because that's when it becomes the M. Night movie, right? When the stuff that nobody wants to spoil happens.
Yes. Okay. And it happens fairly early on. And
does the Joker show up?
Yeah, it's actually
this is the secret DCU movie.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That would actually be really funny.
The secret Justice League. I'll say this about Glass is it was the puddle the whole time.
Okay, now I have a question for you. You liked the movie, right?
I do.
Okay, what do you think people don't like about this movie that you can say without spoiling?
So I can say this: there are some really dumb lines in this movie.
As in dumb plots?
No,
the way it's written, or dumb dialogue?
No, dumb dialogue. There's a couple of lines because I can tell that when this movie was written, because they bring up things like Drake is my main man. Man, I remember when Drake broke up with Nicki.
Doing the other movie. Oh shit! Okay? In that movie, one of the worst parts about it is that the little kid raps the whole movie. Mm-hmm. Like they're trying to be modern and funny.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! They're doing it again.
It's not a lot.
Because in Split there wasn't really much of that.
Yeah. It's not all the time. But
when Emma does that, it aggravates me.
Yeah, dude. But when it happens,
just write modern dialogue.
It completely takes you out of the movie.
It falls flat.
No. Yeah. There's I would say 3 moments in that movie that are like that, which is not like a crazy amount, but it's enough to be like, this is
what bigger things that aren't spoilers that you think? Is it just the way the plot goes? Think people might not be satisfied by it?
There's some interesting plot holes in the sense that like some characters seem like but you could just do this, or how do you not realize that this is the thing?
Okay, I have a question.
What about this?
Is it the issue that I see with some movies where they are vague about things and that leaves room for shitty writing to happen and people get mad about that?
Yeah, well,
or is it people overreacting to not being able to piece it together?
It's the M. Night Shyamalan problem of I want to make things vague.
I like the mystery.
So that the twist ending is a twist. The problem is he made too many things vague and never actually answered them. So now you go back and watch. If you go back and think about the movie or watch the movie again, you realize like, oh wait, no, this isn't vague. This is just
the mystery is fake.
You simply skipped this over this because you couldn't figure out
what
to do.
Well, it's more like you didn't give us the information. So it's more.
There's some moments that are actually pay off pretty well where it's like, wait, what about this? Oh, actually, no, okay, that is explained. Mm-hmm. Like some moments where it's like, why did this character do this? That's really dumb. Like it's actually explained, and in my opinion, explained well. Like overall, I'd give this like I would say out of the 3 movies, Split's my favorite, Unbreakable is my second, just for cinematography wise, and then this is my least favorite. This is a very bland movie. Like it's not very like. Here's a weird thing: they show scenes from Split and Unbreakable. Like they'll cut between scenes to kind of show like flashbacks and then further expand on them to explain what actually happened and stuff like that.
Do they leave them in the same aspect ratio?
It's the same aspect ratio all 3 movies, but the problem is that like the shots in Unbreakable are awesome. Like that. Like I recommend. Jesus, you'll like that movie from a pure film nerd standpoint. It's an awesome movie to watch. The shots are very creative.
Is it because it has like a voice to it?
Yeah, there's a voice to the
because he stopped having that a long time ago.
Yeah, there's a voice to the way the movie feels, and Split kind of has that too.
It's different.
It's different, but it's not as heavy. And then Glass has none of it. And so it's weird when you see these shots of like flashbacks from Unbreakable and then flashback to Splits and then it goes back to the regular movie where it's just like, wait a minute, this is like all different. I like these feel like different scenes that are happening, right? Like that's not the same.
I'd have to see the movie to see if that's on purpose. That's just him being
It's not on
shitty.
purpose. I don't think it's on purpose.
No,
I think it's simply the case of
because
M. Night
sometimes he
Shyamalan-
does try to like claim that I'm doing this, but really I was just bad at this.
No, I think it's simply the case of M. Night changing as a director.
Yeah, because he evolved, but mostly for worse. But yeah, he did change.
Yeah, I think that's simply it. Is just he changed
But wouldn't
his eye.
you looking back at Joel's films to make this? Wouldn't you notice that? And wouldn't that bother you?
I would hope so.
Like not even a little. Like that's what I mean. Like it has to. Like he's not like
It bothers me.
He's not a dummy.
Yeah, no,
He doesn't make the best movies for a long time, but he's not a complete dummy. He did make After Earth, but he's not a dummy.
No, he made Avatar: The Last Airbender.
His magnum opus,
His magnum opus, his best movie yet.
which is still like one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Not because it's Avatar, because it's just a bad movie overall.
Yeah,
but it's worse because it's related to Avatar.
yeah.
Okay, is it a spoiler if I ask? Is there going to be more in this universe?
It.
Is there a way to give an answer without spoiling the movie?
Let me think about this.
Yeah.
You know what? It might spoil the movie, but
If you give me an answer,
but it's not. No, actually, here's my thing. It wouldn't spoil me if someone told me the answer.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things like I kind of assumed that would be the case after just by hearing about this movie. The fact that the movie exists to me, I already assumed that this was going to be the answer anyways. So, do you want me to answer or not?
No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it like that.
Okay,
I'll leave
fair
it like that.
So yeah, it's not a bad movie. I liked it a lot. I get the criticism. Like I said, there are problems with the movie. There are silly character choices, weird plots, and the pacing of it is not as engaging as Split, and it's not as. It's weird. It has this weird problem of like Unbreakable is slow pacing throughout. And so I'm okay with it because the whole movie feels like a cohesive thing.
It's also something nice to look at.
Yeah. The Unbreakable makes sense the way it flows. Like it fits as the movie.
It's all designed to be one piece.
But the problem with Glass is that it moves around too much of like very long lulls and then like really, really short action and then very long lulls and then really short actions and then the movie ends. It's like it's just. And when action happens in the movie, it kind of takes you out because
like, you're like, I have a pulse. I'm alive.
Yeah. It's like, it's a little jarring, which that could be on purpose because it kind of makes sense for what the movie's trying to go for.
But I wouldn't trust someone like M. Night to do that efficiently or correctly.
No. So that's my take. I don't know how to rate these movies in terms of numbers, but like I said, like Split, Unbreakable, Glass. That's how I rate it.
I'm curious how people are going to feel about this movie like in another week.
Yeah,
it just came out, right?
It just came out.
I'm really curious. I want to see people who are just audience members how they feel.
I think it's worth.
I've heard a lot of different things.
I think it's worth watching all three of these movies. Mm-hmm. It's a good universe.
And if you don't watch one, if you can't watch all of them, just watch Split.
Just watch Split.
That's the best one. It stands on its own.
Yeah, Split and Unbreakable both stand on their own. You cannot watch Glass without watching the other two.
Yeah, that's what I heard from people.
It means nothing. Nothing makes sense at all. Like it is very much Infinity War. Like
I know people saw Infinity War and only saw a couple movies and they were like, okay.
Yeah.
They don't know why Thor was there.
Yeah.
But like whatever.
Yeah.
Some people don't care, but like this movie.
It's very much like, it's meant for people who have saw the other two. You have to watch both.
It's a sequel to a movie from the 90s. It's like such a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a movie from 2000.
2000.
Doing a second sequel.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years later.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But not for art just because you wanted to do this universe. It's really odd.
Yeah, it's
not
retconned in there. Like it wasn't.
But it's such an interesting but stupid choice to do.
I'll say this: the twist ending. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's not a spoiler for me saying there is a twist ending.
That's his trademark. Whether he likes it or not, he has to do them.
He has to.
Whether he likes doing them doesn't matter. He has to do them.
Some of it feels forced. I'll say that. When you watch it, you'll be like, "Wait a minute, that wasn't." You didn't plan. I know we all know you didn't plan this. Don't act like you planned this. Yeah. It's one of those where it's like, this is not, no.
Is it more, I wish you just made a regular movie?
No, I just wish it wasn't that specific thing. There's a certain aspect to it where when you watch it, you'd be like, you didn't need to, you could have stopped at this or you could have taken that aspect of that ending out.
It shot too crazy?
Yeah. A little bit.
That's what killed all of his movies. He shot too crazy. Well, also the movies were just bad.
Yeah. It didn't, like I said, it doesn't kill Glass.
Kill the whole thing.
It doesn't kill Glass. Glass is like a 6 or something. It's like, it's not great. It's not bad. It's worth it if you watch the other two. for sure.
For curiosity's
But
sake.
you don't. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. And if you really like the other two, and you're like, man, I can't wait to see the other one. Be careful because it won't live up to your.
Because they weren't designed to be watched like that.
No,
it was more of a happenstance thing.
Yes, it was more.
It's not like T2 for like the sequel to Trainspotting.
Yeah,
where they made it later on purpose since they wanted actors to age, and that movie's like fine. It exists. Like Trainspotting 1, I think is legitimate, like a really great film that everyone should watch.
Never watched.
But the sequel is like, yeah, I finished up the plot from the book that it's based off of, but it's like, it's fine. Yeah. Like it's whatever. Like the wait was not worth it. I'm glad I didn't wait all those years. Because you know who's in that movie? Who's the star?
Who?
Ewan McGregor.
Ooh.
I think that was pre or post Star Wars.
Wow.
So that was like
one of the two.
And in that movie, he's playing a fucking drug addict.
Oh, cool.
And all of his friends are bad druggies.
I love drug addicts.
Trainspotting's a really good movie.
Hey, so
it's got that baby scene in it.
So I am on episode. Let me see right now. Hold on. I'm on episode 10 of Marvel's The Punisher season 2.
Of how many more?
13.
So how are you enjoying the last Marvel show on Netflix?
Yeah, man. You know what?
It probably will be.
It's fucking awesome. Punisher season 1. We talked about it.
Does Captain Marvel show up?
No, not yet. Yeah, Punisher season 1 is not even. For me personally, it's not even the best Marvel show. Well, first of all, it's objectively the best Marvel show. Like, it is just the most well put together. You can watch the show without caring about any of the Marvel garbage at all. It keeps it like the season 1 I'm saying of Punisher is very good. Like,
it's just a show.
Everyone agrees. Like, everyone who watches agrees this is a good show. It is also one of my favorite shows. Just in general, like it is honestly, it is amazing. I love the Punisher season 1. Season 2 so far not as good as season 1. That being said, it's an awesome addition to season 1.
Is it because it just doesn't live up, or like to the high expectations and like high praise you gave it to, or is it just like something's like a little bit off?
No, I think it's simply. I don't think it could possibly be as good.
One of those things.
Well, the plot that they want to do for season 2, I don't even know if I can say without it will spoil season 1. So,
are the stakes much higher?
Yes. Oh man. So it's doing the thing to try to. It's doing the thing of, everyone knows Punisher is not necessarily a good guy.
He's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero. He kills bad people, but murders them horribly. And he's very...
Sometimes he kills people that don't need to be killed that hard or at all.
Yeah. He has a code, and it kind of doesn't make sense. But it makes sense in his head, and so you root for him because of that.
You cheer, but then you put your hands down really fast.
Yeah, exactly. And so season 2 is a lot of it has to do with him coming to terms with he might be a bad person. And it's
Are We the Baddies?
Yeah.
Please tell me you know what skit I'm talking about.
Wait, what?
You don't know the skit from Are We the Baddies comes from?
Is that a Monty Python thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, please look it up. It is one of the best skits ever.
I remember.
Wait, Are We the Baddies?
Oh yeah. That was the Nazi thing. Yeah. It's the skulls.
Like the skulls? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, Monty Python. Holy
so good.
Shit.
They have a lot of it on Netflix.
I didn't know that.
They have a lot of it now. I don't think all of it, but like the shows too.
Oh, they have the shows?
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah, dude. It's
do
not
they have
just,
like the live stuff they do on stage?
I don't think they have any of the stage
because
plays.
that is the best Monty Python.
Yeah, I don't think
their live stages where they just kind of riff is the best.
I don't think it's any of the stage plays. I think it's all the televisions, not all the television stuff, but a lot, like maybe 3 scenes of the television.
The shit that Monty Python talked about when they weren't doing movies was like way too vulgar for the time.
Yeah,
like it's vulgar now.
Yeah,
like some of the jokes.
It's like Blazing Saddles sometimes of just like this. What? How did this happen?
Blazing Saddles is a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, that movie shouldn't exist.
They will never top the best racist joke of all time, where it is the black cowboy and he's pulling out his gun, and all the white people pulling his dick out.
Yeah,
that is one of the top tier dumb racist jokes ever.
So good
because it's so cartoony.
Yeah,
because the whole crowd turns around at the exact. It's so great.
Yeah, it's not even the whole crowd; it's the entire town.
Yeah, people in their windows, like they close doors. And shit.
Yeah, it's absurd. There's like 100 people that came out of it. It's like there's 3 buildings and there's 100 people. It's like this is so absurd.
I love Blazing Saddles.
So good. Also on Netflix.
That movie's so good.
It's also on Netflix. Okay, so. Punisher season 2. Yeah, it's the Are We the Baddies, but it does it in a very interesting way because it also has to do with another villain. It does a very interesting split of
an already known comic character.
Yes, it does an interesting take on just like who's really the bad guy. Oh, you can actually it's a very angry season. There's a lot of anger that honestly watching it, like I was watching it last night and I was like, I'm getting mad. Not like mad at like the plot or anything. I was just like, it doesn't the editing, the dialogue and like the music cues and everything.
You got really invested.
It provokes emotion. Mm-hmm. It's very good. I would say it's more it might just because I like the Punisher season 1 so much that it drew me in a lot more. But I would say, but I don't think so. In my head, I think season 2 draws in emotions way harder than season 1 did.
Because 1 kind of stops being about him as a person after a while.
Yeah, but
like after like episode 3 or so.
That's the problem with. That's always been the problem with the Punisher as a character. Is like my wife and kids died.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it. He has no other personality other than like my wife and kids died.
And
that's my motivation.
They can't Spider-Man it because I don't know if you ever read any of Spider-Man Noir?
No, I need to though.
Okay, do you know why he's so funny in the Spider-Verse movie?
No.
Because he's way too dark to be in that movie.
Okay.
His backstory is that his Uncle Ben's eaten by a cannibal.
Oh, cool.
And I believe the cannibal is the Vulture.
Oh, cool.
And he eats them alive in front of him. And that's his backstory.
Oh, fun.
I think it's the Vulture or some shit like that. And he's cannibalized.
Like a classic Spider-Man villain. So that's cool.
But it's like, he doesn't belong in this movie with all these other weirdos.
Yeah.
But they toned him way the fuck down.
All right, that's fun.
I love the idea of just like, because like with the Punisher, like his origin story, like you said, it can't change. It can't do like Spider-Man where they can just get darker.
No.
Because like Spider-Man is dark, but they can go darker if they want to.
Well, Punisher does get darker. That's the thing about Punisher.
But for people around him, not in his past.
No, yeah.
Because it's always like...
It can move forward. The Punisher as a character, it's hard to get deeper than what he already is. And so season 1...
You can't focus it around him too much because he's not... I wouldn't say he's super one note, but he has the risk of becoming that all the time.
Yeah. And so really season 2... So season 1 did a good job of just like it knew when to leave him because there was not really much
because they were done.
To go.
When he finally leaves that meeting last time, it's like okay, he's done with this. He's gonna like do it.
So the
story's starting now.
So season 2 goes deeper and deeper to what's already there, and it's actually really compelling because it's like it just amplifies what we already know. It's like, oh, you're a bad guy and you're angry. Yeah, he's very angry. Okay, yeah, he's ruining a lot of people's lives. Yeah, all right, cool. Like it's. And not like I'm done with it. It's more of just like, I'm just afraid I'm on episode 10. So I'm on the point where every Marvel show gets to where the last couple episodes
shit the bed.
Always.
But
it always
don't watch
ends
Marvel
badly.
shows.
Always ends. Even Punisher kind of ended well, the final episode was awesome. The final battle was...
Oh, that actually was nice.
That final battle was awesome. Everything kind of leading up to that, the last like 2 episodes or whatever.
But every Marvel show, like it ends limp.
It always does.
Or it goes on too long.
Yes. And so I'm afraid that I'm getting to the point now, and Punisher was like, that could happen. I can see that happening. Because the problem with Punisher season 2 is that there's 2 main plots. There's 2 villains. There's like a Russian mafia situation, and then there's also...
Very Punisher.
And there's also we'll say a homeland situation on New York. And so... And my theory was that it's going to do the Marvel thing where the first half of the season is one thing, second half of the season the other. Mm-hmm. And no, the entire season, it's both happening at the same time, and it becomes exhausting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because that was, if you told me it was that, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it's very much like...
That becomes like a bad Punisher story.
No, it's very much like... I like the way it opens. It like the first couple episodes, like getting you into what's going on. Does it very well. And then once the season starts, like episode 4 or something, like when shit, starts... It starts to just like, fuck, dude, this won't end. Like, this is just so I'm exhausted. And it makes sense of just like more anger, more exhaustion. It's very much everyone's getting stripped and pulled apart and emotionally in a lot of different ways. And it's very interesting.
Does it make you feel more like a man?
Yes. It's very good. I fucking love Punisher, dude. This show is, like I said, it's like just one of my favorite shows. Like when people ask me, like, what are your favorite shows? Like Game of Thrones, Mad Men, Breaking Bad, Punisher's up there. It's
The Loud House, Big Mouth.
Fuck no.
Did you ever watch Big Mouth?
I've watched clips of Big Mouth, and every time I do, I want to vomit.
I hate that show exists and is very popular, and there are people that I like that work on it.
I was gonna say, I love Nick Kroll. I like those guys.
Yeah, I like Nick Kroll on his own,
that team.
Stuff.
I like that team.
Yeah, I love that team. I'm like, I like you guys together. I hate everything about
Did you ever watch The Kroll Show on Comedy Central? It's a good show.
I think I've seen bits of it, like on like Twitter or whatever.
Yeah,
like
that
clips.
was a good sketch show. Those guys.
I think Nick Kroll's just a funny guy on his own, like just period, just a funny guy.
You ever watch? I still need to watch the Oh Hello on Broadway on Netflix.
Is that a Nick Kroll thing?
Yeah, it's John Mulaney, Nick Kroll.
Oh shit, I don't know they did a thing.
It's John Mulaney, Nick Kroll.
That's not a bad animated show.
No, it's their. They've had this running character because they've been friends forever. They've had this running character thing of 2 old Jewish men, and so it's that.
Is Mulaney actually Jewish?
Yes.
I forget.
Oh no, he's Catholic.
He's Catholic, right? I thought he's something, and
he's not. He's not
actually Jewish, but
he feels like a Jew.
He always talks about like Jewish things because where he grew up or something like that.
Yeah, he's a Catholic guy, I think. But Nick Kroll is very Jewish. And so it's just 2 old Jewish men on Broadway. It was an actual like stage show that was on Broadway that they both did in those characters.
Oh,
I need
fun.
to see it. Sounds awesome.
Do you know, since we're on fucking Netflix tangents, I was watching, they compiled a bunch of like Conan's travel stuff.
Okay.
That sounds pretty fucking good.
I
forget that actually, I like Conan a lot. As a personality, as like a comedian, I think he's always been the only funny one for a long time.
Oh, like late night guys?
No, just in general. He's always been funny. Like for sketches and stuff, he's always been funny and my kind of person. And actually, his podcast is really good. He has one.
Yeah, he has a podcast now. It's really
good. It's actually
Bill
Burrow was on it. Maron was on it.
Yeah.
I love that he calls his ad segment, Conan needs to pay the mortgage on his beach house.
Yep. It's very good. He understands what
it's
he
also
is.
cool to hear him be really personal.
I like it. I like him. Yeah,
he's
you're
a
right.
funny boy. And I'm actually going to see if I can actually watch his new show when it comes out. Because you hear what he's doing for his new season?
No.
They're cutting out all the fat. It's going to be half as long. No more house band. It's going to be mainly him.
Oh, interesting.
They're cutting the show in half and just he's doing whatever he wants to do.
All right, I'm down.
And I'm like, oh, cool. So everything what I like about Conan, but cut down. Good.
Do you like it when he plays video games?
Yes.
I love those segments. Okay,
because
cool.
That's what made everyone get into him again. It's like, oh shit, he's just a funny guy.
Yeah. I like him.
I think my favorite bit about that was I think he was playing Smash for Wii U.
Okay.
And he got mad about Link's ears and being an elf for like 5 minutes. He was like legitimately really angry about it for some reason.
That's funny.
And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has a quick wit about him.
Yeah.
And this travel stuff is really funny.
I like it.
Because also I need some kind of nothing will ever scratch the itch of the best travel show ever made, Idiot Abroad.
Yeah.
That is the best travel show ever made.
I haven't watched a lot of it. But
there's so much of it. But man,
disagree.
I ran out and I'm like, oh, I miss it so bad. Because Carl and the boys shitting on Carl all day and his fucking round, baldy headed twat that he is the best.
So let's talk about, because I'm curious. I don't know the story. Is Machinima's dead?
Oh yeah, long time old ass fucking company.
Because I've been on YouTube for a minute, but like what really got me into like YouTube culture of like subscribing to channels and watching them every day, it was the Machinima guys. It was FPS Kyle. It was not FPS Regina, FPS fucking Kyle, and then FPS Regina. It was Woody's Gamertag and White Boy 7th Street and Only Use Me Blade and fucking Hutch and
it was the Halo
Razor. No, what's his name? Not Razorfist. Someone else.
Razorfist is a different guy.
No. What's fucking? There's a bunch of people. Anyways,
that was the age of like what Halo game was out during Modern Warfare 2? Was it ODST?
Halo 3.
Was 3 ODST? Because 3 is older than I remember. I think 3 is like 2007. 3 is an older game than I think it is.
Then yeah, ODST. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Halo 3 and Modern Warfare 1 came out the same year. Yeah, you're right.
So it was like the days of like ODST, Modern Warfare 2 getting put on YouTube.
Back when Keemstar used to do gaming stuff.
Was it old Twitch? What Twitch used to be?
Justin TV, yeah.
It was on old Twitch back in the day.
It was Justin TV, yep.
And I believe Machinima was like one of the first big boy companies that was not music, like Vivo.
No, yeah.
To like get people on their channel and pay them.
MCN, Managed Channel Network. They were the guys that got...
They were before Maker and all those people that exist now, before Screenwave.
They made it to where people can make money on YouTube. Like that's... I don't know how true it would be that if they didn't exist, that wouldn't happen.
I think it would be a lot slower.
Yeah,
they were a lot slower.
They were the number one catalyst, in my opinion, as far as I can tell.
Them because they would take anybody because they want to make money on everybody, and that's
not how it started, but that's what happened.
That's what it became. So actually, all problems.
Let me see here. So because the guy that like started the Machinima stuff, keep talking, but they had him on PKA recently.
Yeah, because remember Machinima existed before it was a before it was a website. Well, it was a website, and then it became the YouTube channel that it is now. Well, was and that was kind of. Because it used to be for the name of what it was, Machinima. And that was just people making skits and stuff in video games, which you know what that is if you know what Red versus Blue is.
Yep.
And
the idea of
that zombie continues to exist, but that idea of like making things in video games, whatever it is, I don't know, commentary, skits, a Machinima.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where they got bigger. Like I watched Machinima because of people like that who made skits and all that.
Yep.
Like Lyle back in the day.
Yeah.
That's how I knew him from there. Because he made skits on there with him and Dexter Manning. They made Santa Not Included. Way back in the day. I used to love that shit. All those other Halo skits. That's where I get Sergeant Jack Mehoff from. Laugh out of this day. Like all these other skits and animated things and commentaries and all this content. The big hub for it was Machinima. There was other like smaller channel. Well, not smaller. They're dead now. But there were channels that tried to do what Machinima did. But it was like the first one and it was big for so long.
Optic Hex. The Optic guys.
Like their first big hit was them losing a Levi's deal. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
Because at the time, PewDiePie was signed to them.
Yep. I remember when
he was their big meal ticket.
Yeah.
And that was during the darker days of PewDiePie's career and YouTube But that was during the Amnesia Dark Descent days.
Yep.
Of screaming way too loud into a face cam.
Five Nights at
Nothing really
Freddy's.
changed. But that was the darker days
Yep.
of that shit. And Levi's was not happy when they found out their big ticket, big boy making all the revenue was PewDiePie.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day, he said a lot less dumb shit. He just sounded a lot dumber and was just swearing too much.
Yeah.
Well, that was the days of him.
It was appealing to the lowest common
I remember
denominator.
it was him making jokes in things like Amnesia about rape. That's what it was.
Yeah. It was,
and they went, wait, who is this guy on your
Yeah.
on your big thing? No. And that was I think it was like a couple $1 million that they lost.
Mm-hmm.
And that made a lot of people's contracts like they lost money. Out of
You
nowhere.
know what? I think the timeline here is wrong, dude.
It's something like that.
Yeah, you're right. That happened.
Because
that happened.
I never been able to
I'm
find
saying
the exact timeline because like you know how it is.
there's so much bad stuff.
Well,
Like,
there's bad stuff, and also people change the numbers all the time in the events, so I can never find out exactly what happened. Still, I can't find
okay,
it.
so I don't recommend. Okay, so PKA, Pink Color Ready. It's a podcast that still goes on. It's my fucking favorite podcast ever at this point. It's with Woody's Gamertag, FPS Russia, or Kyle, FPS Kyle, Mercadurka, and produced by Dr. Chiz. And Wings of Redemption used to be on it. Left the Ox used to be on it. There's a bunch of guys, old Call of Duty Machinima guys. They had on 2 months ago actually, Optic Hex, who was one of the like main guys of Machinima stuff, like at the time, back when the Optic team and the MLG, back when MLG was a thing. And
Does Optic still exist?
oh yeah, Optic still exists.
But they don't care? Do they care about games anymore?
Yeah,
Because like FaZe doesn't care about games. They do, but they have like their people who just FaZe
Hex
whatever, and they're
is-
just like vloggers or whatever.
yeah. Hex is like the leader of that, and so Hex is still trying to do some. Anyways, well, Hex was on PKA. It's a 4-hour podcast. So if you guys care about the Machinima stuff and want to learn about like what actually happened, they talk about it. It's all timestamped in the description, so you can find just that and just watch those parts. But Hex goes in a very detailed timeline of just like all of them, because they were all in it at the time, of just like people, those guys, the guy that were running Machinima, once they started getting money, they like instantly fucked up. Like instantly they messed, because what happened was originally it was trying to get into Machinima was kind of hard.
It was a bitch. Everyone was like, "Hey, how do you get into Machinima?" You got in, like, email each other.
Load your videos to the Dropbox. Hopefully, you get picked.
Yeah, hopefully the manager takes your video.
And that's what literally people like Woody, like these guys, they'd make 10 videos a day and throw them all into the Machinima Dropbox, hoping that one of them would
go
day
through. Yeah,
would go
that's
through.
why even if you go to those old vids, they go, "Hey, if you're seeing this video, I hope you're seeing this one. I like this one a lot."
Yep.
Then you're and
yeah,
they would always
I hope you're seeing this.
Remember that? It was like, "Hope you're seeing this one. Oh man, I hope this one gets through. This is my favorite one." Like they always say it in their commentaries all the time.
Yep. And so,
or sometimes like people would have like other things that were not commentaries, and they were like, "Yeah, it's supposed to come out on Saturday. I dropped it in 3 weeks ago. It's still not there. I don't know what to tell you guys. Ask Machinima. It's out of my hands."
Honestly, they should have kept that model of being selective about who they chose, and to where it was only like 50 guys or something. Like it
doing what those companies do now, where they actually look and sign you.
Yeah, actually, like, and then they changed to where we want money. So what they did was, instead of giving like a few amount of people big deals, they gave everyone small deals. Literally everyone.
And I think it was like you had like maybe like 100 views in a video, like minimum or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, oh, you have this many views, like 100, whatever. Get in. And
yeah, it was like literally just as long as you put the either the end, you get paid more if you put a front tag and an end tag video of the Machinima logo.
You know what it was? I don't think it was that low. But as Machinima got worse, that number for minimum got lower and lower.
It really did. Yeah,
that's what it was.
It was like 30,000 at first, and then it went down to like 1,000. It was like
it got stupid low.
Yeah, and then I remember Merca was like not one of the first people to leave, but first people that like I watched that was just like, fuck this, I'm out. Like this is getting ridiculous. I'm getting like pennies on the dollar here.
And at the time, you got lucky because man, Machinima contracts were fucked up.
That's the thing. So people, because I remember when Woody started getting like still had a really good contract because he was signed with Machinima and had his own other MCN people that managed his thing, so that way
that was really rare at the time.
Yeah, so
that's incredibly rare.
So that's why he did so well, is because he had a managed channel, like personally managed channel,
which at the time was unheard of.
Yeah, and so I remember, dude, this was like big Keemstar Woody beef back in the day of just like, oh, Woody over here stealing from everyone else, of just like, pretty much putting in a contract that he's taking other people's money, like people that were making videos, and it's going to Woody's pocket. It's like, no, he's just really good.
That's not how business works.
It's not how business works. He just was really good with his things. But that was pretty much what the catalyst was, of just the people that ran Machinima just never. They did not know how to run like a business. They did not know. They were too busy.
The gold rush exploded, but they didn't know what to do.
They're too busy addicted to Adderall That was
And also,
much,
they overhired like crazy.
yeah, they
People get hired and fired in like 2 weeks. People
Yeah,
would
man.
move out to LA and get fired the same week.
That's pretty much what happened.
It was insanity.
That's what happened with Syndicate. Kind
Oh
of.
yeah, he got handed. Yeah, he got hired and fired.
I don't think he got fired, but he got hired really quickly, moved to LA, and then left pretty early when he realized how shitty Machinima was.
I know some creators that he's followed that I quit doing my own thing, but I'm doing a show because I'm also going to be working Machinima. And then like, yeah, I'm left Machinima. I'm going to do my own thing.
And then
follow
pretty
me.
much around 2012, when we talk about this all the time, Jesus and I, it was just like when YouTube themselves got into like, all right, we have now a system for MCNs, and
we'll direct you to people who will pay you.
built into the actual YouTube system. You can get money without even being signed necessarily to a thing. You can get money from.
They were still
ad
super
revenue stuff.
strict, but still like, hey, this is easier than doing like going to Machinima because they had like the monopoly.
Yeah,
at least for gaming.
That's when Machinima pretty much went really desperate, and that's when it got to like 100 views of just like that's pretty much was the big downhill. As when YouTube started getting to that game, Machinima started dying.
But it was a slow death.
Slow death at that
very
point.
slow death.
Because they started, and then that's when they started with whatever money they had. They started doing like dumb shows. Remember that Halo show that they made that they tried to make that like died really quickly?
They have a lot of those.
Yeah, like the live action stuff. They tried to hire like big actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was just like all the money went to them, and then it just got nowhere. They
They
got
had
like
stuff that was decent. Like they had that Mortal Kombat one that they got that was okay.
yeah. But literally, like they got like.
But it was like, hey, we need to get people on our thing. We'll pay people to make shows and just put them on our channel because you need views.
And some of them would barely even reach 500,000 views, which got nothing at that point. So that was pretty much. Is that why they're dead? Is just bad business practices? Because that's pretty much what kept happening. They kept
because they were going to die at some point.
Yeah, and then after pretty much after all the like main Call of Duty guys left, I stopped paying attention to what happened to Machinima. So you're probably gonna have to pick up to the story at that point because I don't know actually what happened after that.
I have
like when did they change their logo? Like I don't even know.
That was like maybe a year or two ago.
Okay, yeah, like that.
So I check every now and then just to look at. This seemingly caught. It's from an article from Destructive. I'm just like reading the end of it.
Okay.
It seemingly caught everyone by surprise, even the people who are still creating content for Machinima. Some YouTubers with Machinima contracts received an email that said their contracts were transferred to Full Screen, which is part of Otter Media's portfolio, which also owns Machinima. Mm-hmm. Others were told they were being dropped from the network completely. Like, hey, you're fired. You're just dropped. And that was like a week ago. Or the day that they just shut down. Moving forward, it's anyone's guess. AT&T owns Machinima. Excuse me.
Got it. Yeah, because that's the thing that's been happening since the 2012. Or I want to say probably since like 2015. They've just been sold and
they've been getting tossed around like crazy.
Yeah.
The big company has, not the creators.
No.
For the thousands of hours. All this. Luckily, the ones that I care about, some of the videos I care about are archived somewhere, but some of them are not.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious. Like,
I want to watch those old like Call of Duty commentaries still. Like I want to watch the old FPS Kyle ones.
I miss RB. I want to see old RB and the Chief.
Oh shit!
That was Machinima.
Yeah.
And that guy had a long-term, like a bad way of making those. Like he was always like kind of angry about stuff or like really slow on it. But he made lots of RB and the Chief, and a lot of them were pretty good. But I don't know who has any of those because those are probably just gone for now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sad that they're gone.
No,
because the way they treated the people in their contracts.
I'm sad that the company. I'm not sad that the company is gone. Yeah, you're right.
Like because fuck that, they did some shady business practices
since the beginning.
All the time.
They were never good,
and they never got better.
No, they only got worse.
That's why I'm not sad the company's gone because fuck all that shit.
Yeah,
because in a way, for some creators, this is like the best news to happen to them. Because hey, they're gone, so your contract is just poof, it's gone.
Yep.
So now you're kind of free agent. So it's scary, but you also can do whatever you want. Because Full Screen ain't the best, but it ain't Machinima.
No.
Because Full Screen has had a lot of fucking bullshit thrown at them too. They've done some shit in the past.
Yeah, I remember. So
still do nowadays.
So yeah, Machinima is just dead, gone forever.
It's like so many hours of content. They were all uploading daily.
Well, they're uploading like 5 days or 5 videos daily
of whatever they could put.
Whatever for years.
Whether it was big or not, it was just because they still had. There was some series that were like, hey, they're big, but we have to put them.
I didn't even mention the Respawn stuff when they started making.
All the Respawn's gone. ETC, all of it's gone.
Yeah.
A lot of shit's just gone forever or just
because I think probably my favorite days of like the Call of Duty scene
happy hours all gone
was during the Respawn days. That was probably the best time, like the 2013.
Because Respawn was like the big boom of content.
Yeah,
a lot of people got on Respawn.
That was however. Yeah, sophomore year of high school. I remember just like watching. That was Black Ops 1. Yeah, Black Ops 1 to Modern Warfare 3.
That was like what 2011.
2012, around there.
Yeah, early 2012. Yeah.
Well, Black Ops 1 came out in 2000. Wait, shit. Yeah, Black Ops 1 came out in 2009. 2010, and then Modern Warfare 3 came out 2010 and 2011. So
Damn.
that year,
Earlier
around
than
there.
I thought. Fuck, I'm old.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Well, I should remember that considering my favorite channel started from Machinima.
Yeah.
And they died before Machinima died. So like, I guess it kind of worked out.
It just sucks that all these like old. I mean, it's weird. YouTube is old. Like fucking 2005.
It's old.
You know,
It's old for the digital age,
yeah,
considering how much has been done on that platform.
it's close to 15 years at this point. And
We'll
so,
think about when we talked about when SourceFed closed. It
Yeah.
wasn't that old in the case of human history
no, but in
or our
terms of
lifetimes.
digital content,
But for digital content, it's around for fucking ever.
yeah, and so just
And it
seeing-
just stopped.
It
went
sucks.
away.
It sucks as we get older, just as the platform gets older and matures and immatures more and degrades and becomes the shithole that it is.
It's neato for someone like me.
It's interesting to watch of just like we watch these like titans like Machinima. Like, dude, think about
It
10
was like, oh
years
shit, you're on Machinima? Holy shit, you're on
yeah,
Machinima.
man, hearing
You make money playing games? Holy fuck, that's crazy.
dude, Machinima, like I remember playing Black Ops 1 and watching anyone that had like the emblem Machinima on there. You know, you can create your
And like, oh,
emblem.
they know what's up.
Yeah,
they know
they
how to
had-
drop shot.
Yeah, and like I remember
They know the glow's best.
I
weapon
remember
in the game.
anytime that happened, I'm like, fuck, I want to get on their team, and then turning on voice chat and be like, oh, I can hear them doing live comms. Like anytime I do,
Oh,
I
yeah, people,
remember,
yeah, you see always your amateurs trying. Yeah.
well, not even amateurs. I remember people just like I could, and like being at the top of the list, I could tell like, oh shit, these guys, I guarantee are like, you know, good. I remember playing with those guys. It's like going in those public lobbies and randomly walking into like, all right, here I am. I pressed spacebar on accident because I got too excited. No, I just remember getting into those public matches and be like, I'm in the game right now with an actual Machinima guy. Like that was fucking intense.
All you could tell someone for Machinima if they had that logo or
Yeah.
if they wore Ghost and drop shotted.
Yeah. Those were the
And
real
I refused
deal.
to wear Ghost because it was too good in that game, so I just drop shotted because I learned that from Modern Warfare 1.
Fair.
And then 2 was fucking broken.
So that's pretty much at the end of the podcast. Anyways, so yeah, Machinima's dead. I'm sad about
Pour
it.
nothing out because fuck that company, but it's sad that those videos are gone.
Yeah, it's sad that people are losing their jobs. I'm always sad about that.
Luckily,
Uh,
people at contracts are getting bounced to someone else.
Yeah, at this point,
They're not left with their dick in the wind.
yeah, at this
for
point,
the
everyone,
most part.
everyone who is like partnered with Machinima at this point, still, they know what's up. They knew how fragile that company is. There's zero people who signed with Machinima who didn't assume that like
it was going to go away at some point.
yeah, because everyone at this point knows the problems that Machinima is.
Yeah, you never wanted to deal with them. Most people who had to deal with them were because like they signed a dumb contract way too long ago.
And they just couldn't get out. Well,
Because
now
that's
they're
the contract.
yeah, but now they're out.
Yeah.
And so they're free.
And they can't pull them back in.
Yeah, they can't. So yeah, rip that kind of. Rip a generation.
It actually is a generation
It is.
of content gone.
We are moving into a new era of
I just hope when somebody acquires a channel, they just relist those videos.
yeah, I hope so.
Because there's no way that channel is going to go away.
Mm.
That channel has like 14 million subscribers.
Yeah, it's insane.
In terms of
Actually, let me
analytics,
see.
because think about it, that means 14 million people that you can let's pretend, let's cut that number to like 2 million people, right?
Yeah.
That still use YouTube and are subscribed to Machinima. That's 2 million eyes you're advertising videos to. That channel will not just they'll not just leave that channel hanging. That's too many that's too many subs.
Mhm.
It's too valuable.
12 million.
Yeah, 12 like you can't leave a channel like that just empty.
No.
You just can't. In terms of advertising revenue and analytics, it'd be a big
Let
mistake
me
to
see
just
the
leave it there.
stats. I don't even know if it'll show the stats now that there aren't any videos because I have
That's gonna fuck with it. Unlisting
vidIQ.
videos fucks with analytics.
Yeah, I have vidIQ. It's
It
not,
kills people's sometimes it kills people's like YouTube careers. Like they do list too many videos and it fuck with their like monthly views.
yeah, it says zero stats now. Yeah, it just fucked with everything.
'Cause
Yeah.
they either deleted or privatized videos.
I don't know.
mass.
Going January 16th, 2006.
Yeah, that's when they first made their website, I believe,
God
too.
damn, That's insane.
Well, maybe their new website for like hosting videos. They used to have like an alternative website just for hosting videos too.
Let's see when IGN dies.
It won't.
I hope it does.
IGN's the biggest media thing for like it's a big media website.
Yeah.
For all media. It's
I know.
too huge.
I don't know. I don't believe too big to fail. It's too.
For media, I do. Because they can just split up and just rebrand.
It
Because
happens.
remember, IGN was not always IGN.
Yeah. What was it?
It was Nintendo64.com
Fuck.
in the 90s.
Shit, dude.
And that was a smart URL at the time because, oh shit, we got all the people and they rebranded and changed.
Yeah.
And they all just went on, and at some point it became all IGN.
Mm-hmm.
They're too big.
Mm.
Too big.
Fair enough.
Mainly because they got smart and branched out to other media. They're not just games.
They partner
They're
with
movies,
GameStop.
comics. They're nerd shit.
Yeah.
They're Rick and Morty fans.
All right, guys. This is the
There's
podcast.
too many popular shit. They won't go away.
Oh
Okay, when will Rooster Teeth go away?
God, dude.
Because they keep coming and going, and they still have their big boy con. They sign all these people.
Sugar Pine 7.
Well, they like not just them. They have all the animated shows, all these
I don't know if
podcasts
I
that
want.
come and go.
I don't even know if I want Rooster Teeth. I don't hate Rooster Teeth now. Ever since Gavin left, I don't like. It's not like they're not shitty anymore. Like
it's apathy.
Yeah, like once Gavin left, I was fine.
I was never that into Rooster Teeth, anyways.
No, I wasn't either. But I'm just saying.
I was into Old Red vs. Blue.
Mm-hmm.
I was into one of the guys from Rage Quit or Achievement Hunter.
Yep, Achievement Hunter's good.
Well, when it used to be good, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then I think I liked nothing else.
Fair.
Like I didn't really care. Their podcast was okay, I guess. Way back. Way back. The podcast.
The Rooster Teeth podcast.
When it was just them drinking way too much and telling really fucking weird stories instead of it being
Gavin talking about how shit he is.
Well, because he was. And maybe still probably is. I don't know.
He still is. You know what? I don't know. I actually don't know.
Because it was fun because there were people who played video game shit, but they were too real all the time.
Yeah.
But it's really funny because they were too real all the time.
I mean, this just goes to show.
But a lot of those people either left or they're just not doing videos in the main thing because they're like parents now and shit.
Well, that's the thing. This just goes to show like people who like are like gamers, like hashtag fucking play video games all day.
They're streamers now.
Those guys should not run businesses.
Most of them shouldn't. A couple, the people who run Rooster Teeth, they know how to run business.
But they don't.
They're doing very well.
No, I'm saying, but the guys that
But most of them should not be running
I'm
businesses.
saying like the guys that like did that, like just like I play video games for a living and
then
now I'm
became
making a business. All those guys left.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they left or they're just like managing people now.
Yeah. So like this.
Because it's a lot of work to be a solo content creator.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really
Let
hard.
alone a company creator
to run a company and be a full-time gamer. Like it's hard.
Which haha gamer whatever. It's a influencer. We'll be a dick and call them influencers.
No, I mean like people who play video games full time. Like,
but the general thing of you do things online for money, we just call them influencers now.
Yeah,
because that can mean anything,
which is dumb.
From pornography to cooking to makeup to playing video games.
Well, porn is dead now because Tumblr is. I'm kidding.
Porn will never die. Porn is the future.
Porn is the future.
It changed technology and still does.
I know. You're
porn
not wrong.
Will never die because when porn dies, society dies.
Yeah,
and I don't mean morals because you can argue that shit till the fucking cows come home or the cows come, whatever. But when porn stops being an industry, we go back to the Roman era. Yeah. You're back to Colosseums and naked wrestling like we're Hercules.
I mean, now we're getting to the post-podcast conversation of just like, it's interesting seeing the people that are against porn now. They fucking fuck. It keeps switching back and forth.
No, they don't fucking fuck. That's their problem.
No, I'm saying like politically, like those groups have switched.
But
like
they're not funding it, so who cares?
Whatever. Porn is good. Bye guys.